throw first to Tank, right? And then, or is it
whoever? I told Tank. Tank know what's up. You know what I mean? He know what he up against when he fights Shakur or Keyshawn. You know what I mean? He want to fight these guys that everybody in the world know that ain't gonna give him no fight. They not mentally there. You know what I mean? They might have a little skills here and there, but mentally wise, they not gonna be able to keep it up that whole fight. And them two guys right there, you know what I mean, is going to be the ones that, you know, give him his first L.
Gervonta Davis say you need the money.
Shit.
What's going on with you and Gervonta?
If I'm a boxer, he a boxer, you a boxer, we all need the money.
I ain't doing it for free.
Thank you.
What if Gervonta said, hey, I'll come up to 154. I'll come up to 154 while you talking.
Oh man.
You go to you'll fight Gervonta at 154?
I wish him the best. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why do they come? Is it because they feel they need to come for the guy that seems like he's on the top right now? And right now, you're the guy on the top, so everybody's taking Ryan Garcia saying Canelo gonna beat Bud.
They train together. He supposed to say that.
What happens when Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford finally face the cameras together? But suddenly, Tank Davis storms in and steals the show. The press conference that was supposed to make history turned into pure chaos. And Crawford's reaction. It shocked everyone watching. What happens when a third fighter crashes the biggest moment in boxing? Imagine this. The biggest star in the sport and the deadliest boxer stand side by side, ready for history. That's exactly what happened when Canelo Alvarez and Terence "Bud" Crawford came together at a press conference. But out of nowhere, Gervonta "Tank" Davis stormed in without an invite, turning the spotlight from Canelo versus Crawford into Tank versus Crawford. And Crawford didn't stay silent. The first words out of his mouth were, "You messed up." And when Crawford speaks, you better believe it means trouble.
If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck.
Press event was supposed to be about one thing: building hype for a dream fight between Canelo Alvarez, the Mexican king of boxing, and Terence Crawford, the undefeated, pound-for-pound star from Omaha. A few years ago, nobody thought this fight would even be possible. But now, the buzz feels real. Cameras were flashing, reporters filled the room, and Crawford was enjoying every second of attention. Then suddenly, Tank Davis walked in and stole the energy.
Convince fans that he can beat Canelo with. I ain't trying to convince y'all that he can beat Canelo. He's a good fighter. You can't see it. Yeah. But, bro, I would say smaller fighters are always better than bigger fighters because they're smaller, they know how to move and things like that. But this guy is great at what he do. And another thing, bro.
At first, everyone thought Tank was just there to watch. But it wasn't that simple. He started waving his arms, making faces at the cameras, and throwing shade at Crawford's team. In seconds, the focus shifted away from the press conference. Tank wanted to make the event about himself.
When people, what I got from that is he's a hater. If you don't know me as a person, let's say you don't like me. You don't know me. You feel me? And I don't give a fuck. If everybody including Will, Will. Fuck.
Question for you. You're a proud father.
Witnesses, said Crawford, was caught off guard. After a short pause, Tank slid in and tried to make his presence felt. Even when cameras weren't rolling, those who were backstage described the tension as serious. This didn't come out of nowhere. Tank had been hinting for months that he could step up and take on anyone. Fans kept chanting Crawford's name, but Tank refused to back down. Instead, he fueled the fire.
Never even think about to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or
I just really don't like that, dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's
Like not your cup of tea. That's just not.
I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah,
but like his core personality and his ways, nah.
And Crawford isn't the type to ignore that. When Tank's name came up, Crawford clapped back, calling Tank's record weak. He made it clear Tank had never fought anyone on his level. That was the spark that lit the fire.
How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catch weight?
No, ain't no catch weight. You come up to 47.
You're not even entertaining catch weight.
No, I'm not.
He's a champ though too, undefeated.
And what champ? Come on, man, tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at.
All right,
I'll welcome him.
Things escalated again during the Ring Magazine gala. Crawford was the star of the night, while Tank wasn't even part of the event. When reporters asked Crawford about Tank's little stunts, he dropped the jokes. This time, his words hit like punches. Now, people are talking about Tank actually stepping into the ring with Crawford. But let's be honest, Crawford is naturally bigger, stronger, and more experienced than Tank Davis.
Never think about to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or
I just really don't like that, dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like
not your cup of tea. That's just not.
I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah,
but like his core personality and his ways, nah.
And don't forget, Crawford is already preparing for Canelo, one of the toughest opponents in boxing. If Tank tries to step in, he's risking everything against a man who's bigger, faster, and more dangerous. Size matters at the highest level. And in this case, Tank is giving up way too much.
Point when talking about sizes, because he said if you look at them two together now, they look the same size. Mm-hmm. He said people have got the idea of the size thing wrong. It's not looking at them as a physical package. It's who has absorbed the bigger shots in the weight division. So, and it was good. It was a very good point. He was like, Canelo has been hit by light heavyweights and super middleweights for the better part of a decade.
Basically.
He's so used to taking those shots. Whereas Crawford hasn't. Crawford's been hit by 140 guys and 147 guys for the best part of a decade.
Yeah.
What's Crawford going to be like? So basically you're trying to say, Canelo could easily absorb Crawford shots. Mm-hmm. Can Crawford easily absorb Canelo's punches?
If you're taking shots from Triple G, Sergei Kovalev, Dimitri Bivol, and you're staying on your feet, not getting hurt,
not even getting wobbled.
Not even getting wobbled, just literally shaking it off.
Yeah.
You can take Terence Crawford shots.
100%.
Unlike others, Crawford doesn't fake drama. For clout. He's not Ryan Garcia. He's not Floyd Mayweather. He doesn't chase headlines. So when Crawford looked Tank in the eye and said, "You messed up," it wasn't for show. It was real.
It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we got to fight, and I'm going to win the fight. It's simple as that.
Can I ask you about if there's any rematch clause with this fight with Canelo?
No, it's not.
Is that something you pushed for?
No, I didn't.
And there's any weight restrictions to the fight at all?
No, it's not.
A lot of fighters would like to put on a weight restriction to this type of fight. Why didn't you want to do that?
Cause I want him at his best. I don't want no excuses. I don't want no, reasons why, he didn't feel good or anything. I want him at his best.
Remember? This is a man who grew up fighting on the streets of Omaha, who's been shot at, doubted, and still became one of the greatest fighters alive. When Crawford warns you, it's because he's lived.
I want Canelo. Is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. That's a conversation. It's not just, oh man, you will whoop his ass.
Like, yes man type stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Majimov.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stones. It's about now.
But here's the twist. This event was supposed to be about Canelo Alvarez. The original plan was to hype Canelo versus Crawford. Instead, Tank Davis hijacked the moment. Suddenly, social media was buzzing more about Tank versus Crawford than the actual super fight with Canelo. And if there's one thing we know about Canelo, he doesn't like sharing the spotlight.
Because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Rashid told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to he walking me back, and that's why I pushed him. And like I say, don't with me.
Does it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. Watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh,
he pissed me off. He pissed me off. Yeah. So it's gonna be almost.
And history shows Tank doesn't always back up his talk. Remember when Lamont Roach shocked the world by beating Tank Davis? That moment shook boxing fans everywhere.
I thought I won. I thought I did enough to get the victory over a spectacular fighter. I told y'all from the beginning, man, that I got the skills to pay the bills. I've been telling y'all that. And I'm just glad I got to show it, honestly. I'm glad I got to show it. I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate true boxing media. Some guys that didn't count me out. So that's just how I feel, man. I think I won. And, I can't wait to do it again. I can't wait to dance again.
In round 9, Roach landed a perfect combo that dropped Tank. Fans were stunned. The referee tried to play it off, but the crowd knew what they saw. For the first time, Tank looked human. Crawford wasted no time using that moment against him. He reminded everyone that Tank had been exposed, saying Tank was overrated and not built for the big leagues. And the worst part, the boxing community agreed. Instead of praising Tank, people started doubting him.
I could have stopped him. It's me. Definitely my fault. You know what I mean? You live and you learn. I definitely could have. That was on me too. That was on me for sure. Cause I ain't pick it up when I supposed to pick it up. And I could have definitely did more. It's just a lot going on. But again, it was myself, you know. But you gotta go to the gym and, you know, get back to the drawing board and, you know, train a little harder.